At Island. So, VR fine.
The Mac right here.
Coach, when you're ready, give us some thoughts and comments, and then we'll take some questions.
All right. First of all, I just give glory to God. Thank God for just this opportunity. I'm just humbled, and I try to carry that down to these kids. Just stay humble and stay hungry, and try to do the right thing and be good young men. And in turn, you'll become good basketball players. With that being said, that was a heck of a ball game. We played probably one of the best, if not the best teams in the state. And I knew coming into the game that we had to play close to a perfect game as possible to beat them. I didn't have any doubts in these kids. If you only saw the last 365 days after we lost, if you only saw the looks in their eyes, the way that they came out in the off season and worked their butts off, the brotherhood they showed for one another, you wouldn't be surprised if we won. Everybody, counted us out, and like I told Robin, I'm back in my role, the underdog, under the radar as such, which is fine. We don't need all that hoopla. We just want to just be that team, and in the end, when the smoke clear, just give it all we got. And I'm just so proud of this group. Man, I'm so proud of this group.
Question?
Can you guys talk about what it means? Obviously, a lot went into it. It was a real emotion at the end. Jordan, Postgame, just how sweet it was to come back here and to be on top of this team.
Me or one of the boys?
One of the guys, I guess.
Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan, go ahead.
Well, last year after we lost, that was probably the worst feeling ever. So we knew that we had to come back here this year, and we had to go hard, and we had to carry out assignments and do everything that Coach told us to do, so we could come out on top. And it's just a great feeling to be back state champions, and I'm just grateful. And I thank God for the opportunity and blessing us with being able to be state champions again.
Garrick, when I talked to you yesterday, the words you used was we were out toughed last year. And I thought you all showed a lot of grit, especially in the second half when they tried to force you out of the zone. And there was a kind of patience and determination with it too, especially with you. We noticed every play, every possession. You took this personally.
Last year, he had his career high. Had to get it back. So I really like my coaches. They had a great scouting report, so all we had to do was follow it, and we came out with the W.
How tough and physical was it out there? Talk a little bit about that.
It was tough. This is all a mind game. We just got in his head, started to get out of it. Then we got him fouled out, and we knew we just take him to the goal.
Okay. Talk a little bit about Javante. We're going to talk to him in a minute. Let's talk about his performance, Coach.
It's just, kid is not your average freshman. Every once in a while, a coach gets the opportunity, not often, to coach a kid with exceptional talent. But, you have to understand, you have to manage that kid also and allow him to blend in with what we have there. And I think that he fit in real well. As a matter of fact, he may have not been selfish enough during the season, and man, he just came along at the right time. We lost a great guard, Vashawn Brown, last year, and he didn't have his best game. And we saw we struggled at the point guard position. We played them last year. We played the tape. Before we left Baton Rouge, we played the whole state championship final last year. And I had coaches throwing chairs on the court, upset all over like we lost it the day after before. And that was a lot of motivation in that we didn't have to say much. And Javante came along like he played it. He was stunned, but man, he came in and did a heck of a job all year long as a freshman leading a team that's been known to make it to the finals on that stage. For him to come in and show the poise that he's done this past year is just remarkable. And he knows that he has some work he needs to do, and I'm going to make sure that, if he wants to be at Scotlandville and play, he has to put in work, can't be complacent, but he doesn't mind doing that like a sponge. And nothing but good things for him, and I look forward to the next 3 years with him.
Y'all played that today? Y'all played it today and then drove out here?
No, we came up yesterday. We played it Wednesday, after we watched film on Bird game, we played that whole game instead of getting shots up. We played the whole game, you know, and let them know, it's it's the same team, and I feel this team is better. Hey, look how we getting out tough and knocked around. And this kid is throwing these points, and that's not typical Scotlandville. Let's give them our best game. Is the reason why I played it, to give them our best game tonight. And win, lose, we're fortunate enough to win tonight. They're a great team. They could have won this game, but I think our guys were determined. I'm grateful that we came out on top.
Coach, in a game like that, you mentioned playing the tape, bringing out the toughness. Rebounding tonight, you guys doubled them up, 33-16. You feel like that played a role. Just talk about that mental toughness. What you guys showed tonight on that end.
We all the last few days we talked about banging the boards. Everybody going to the boards. Not even worried about transition. Just crash the boards. And they just did a good job of that. You just put it in the air. You have to just tell them time and time again, bang the boards, box out, because they're a tremendous rebounding team. Sometimes the best offense is their second shot, offensive rebounds, and we saw that on film. And they have a great team. The kid, the 30, he's a great player, as well as the unsung number 12 is also tough. So we had to make sure we boxed them out. Those exceptional guards, 11 and 1, they like to crash boards also, and I think we did a great job of rebounding. I think that was the difference in the game.
Coach, with the tail of the tape, of course, length and height, your opponent might have had a little bit of an edge, and we touched on that Tuesday night. How did that factor into your preparation, and how did it play out from your point of view on the court?
Well, first of all, it was for me. It was strange because, as y'all know, we're a straight full court man-to-man team. We didn't play man-to-man not one time. Every day in practice, we would always resort back to this zone for this moment. Every day in practice, since we started practicing, we knew that. We come across the pass again from watching film last year. We didn't do a good job, and we should have went zone. So we accustomed to running that zone, and I think those guys did a great job of rotating in it. And it's hard to rebound out of a zone, so they were active in that thing and were able to get some long rebounds and and did a good job of boxing out, getting loose balls also.
I thought it was a great strategy that you had. I could tell the strategy that you came out with in the first quarter. I don't know, you looked like you took out Williams and you came in with number 5. Looked like to go smaller. And it looked like the quickness was a determining factor. They had the size and the height, but you all had quickness, and you always had defense throughout the year, and hang your hat on that. Was that part of your strategy for the quickness to kind of go small a little bit on?
Well, yeah, I think Williams may have picked up 2, but when we went with Roberts, we wanted to. Offensively, we knew they were going to press. We wanted to put a little pressure on the rim a little bit, and whoever 32 was guarding, instead of 2 bigs, he would have one of the bigs would bring him out, and we set some ball screens for him, and try to use our quickness to get to the rim with 32 on the perimeter. And I think we got a lot of looks, a lot of layups, uncontested layups. We missed some, but they weren't uncontested. Or one important stretch was when we dragged the screen and the Larry kid was guarding Smart, and Smart shot the 3 because he couldn't contest the shot. So that was a part of it, and I'm just glad it worked out.
And Coach, also great balance, I thought, with Javonte Smart and also with Jordan. His ball handling at the end of the game in crucial situations, was able to take the ball, very good first step. But Javonte Smart, with the patience that he has as a freshman, not scared of the moment, stepping up to the big. You got to be impressed, and I'm pretty sure Natchitoches Central was also impressed by this guy. So I know you looking forward to having a guy like this for the next 3 years.
Oh yeah, looking forward.
We've talked around it. Let's talk to him, Javonte. Let's talk about it. Talk about. You just look like you love the moment when you're out there.
I just want to thank God because He gave us this day to fight for the championship. But I want to thank the coaching staff for making us work hard at practice, and also we wanted it. I want to thank the other guys for pushing me and making me, with the patience I have, to win a championship. Also, I thought I had an okay game. It was straight, but I could have did better.
Oh, really?
Do you ever get to the point when you come into a game, by you being a freshman, does the big lights or the big crowd, or when you guys go down maybe a point or 2 points or have a turnover, I never see you really get frustrated if you have a turnover or you miss a shot. Has that always been natural for you?
it doesn't bother me because toughness, like, they stress toughness. So if you have toughness and the mind game, you'll do it.
Guys, when Laird, number 32, when he picked up that fourth foul, I from my point of view, it looked like y'all had that shark smelling blood in the water kind of look.
Yeah.
Can you just, I guess it looks like I'm right because y'all are smiling, so could y'all just talk about that? Because it looks like that's when y'all knew y'all had it.
No, exactly.
Javante,
Me?
Oh, well,
did you intentionally, when he went out the game, did you intentionally started making a note in your mind and say, well, I'm going to start taking the ball inside the paint since that present?
Right.
Because I noticed that some of the layups that you did miss was because of the presence that he had, and you would change your shot and that type of thing. But when he went out the game, did you tell him to take the ball to the hole?
Well, yeah, that was the plan. We wanted to just stay aggressive with him, and if he was to go to the bench, we just wanted to get to the rim. We really wanted to get to the rim with him in the game. I just want him to be under control, and if you don't have the layup, kick, or go to his body. I didn't want them to run away from him because he's in the game. I just want them to stay aggressive on both ends of the floor, and just do what we've been doing all year. We didn't change much, but just to do what we've been doing all year, is what I stressed. I talked to them, I told them, that's enough about Natchitoches Central. What about Scotlandville? We got a pretty good team. Let's do us, what we've been doing the last 6 years, and just carry out assignments, and we'll be fine. But we get out, we run, we attack the rim, we penetrate and kick. Continue to do what we've been doing all year long, and let's see what happens.
Coach, out of all your years you've been coaching, you had some great victories in state championship games. Do you think this is probably one of the biggest victories of your career?
I think it is, without a doubt, and I really think that the last two that we won, we were really expected to win. Favored to win the games, both of them, and we won both of them. But this year we weren't the favorite, and I can't blame anybody for saying Natchitoches Central was the better team or was the favorite to win, But and also with their concept, I tell them, not always the team with the most talent wins. The team that's the best team, that's who win the game, So we have talent, let's be the better team, and we take that approach every night, So this is probably my biggest win since I've been here in Scotlandville the last 8 years.
Coach, you had 2010, you're runner-up, then championship against a crosstown rival, then championship, then runner-up, then championship. 6 years. 6 years. Do you ever, just as someone who observes, I'm awestruck by that. Do you ever step back and reflect on that run, on the run that you guys are, the school and the community is enjoying right now?
Right. Well, with all honesty, I don't have time to really look back and reflect. I mean, we know the number, but I don't put limitations on what God can do, and as long as I'm healthy and coaching, I think out the box, and these young men know that I think out the box. Last year I told them we can go undefeated and whatever. I'm just grateful that we've been able to compete. So I really don't have time to look at it. Like I say, I want to set a precedence that Coach Adger, Coach Allman, the great coaches before me, and I just want to be a perfectionist, and like I said earlier, I just live for the moment, and we take it day by day and year by year, and if we're in another state championship next year, hey, I'll take that.
We hear dynasty.
So it's always the ultimate goal for every school in the state, to play in a state championship. So that is the ultimate goal every year. And thank God we have 6, so we're going to enjoy this, and we'll talk about 7 when we get here.
Any other questions, guys? Congratulations, Coach. Nice job.